Hey everyone, happy hump day. Rebel Sun here. You guys, I have an exclusive interview for you. This person has been burning these YouTube streets up. He's been a talk in various chat groups. He hasn't interviewed with anyone. I'm the first person that he'll be seen on camera with, beside the person he used to be associated with. Now, he wants to set the record straight. We spoke previously because he's going through legal proceedings now and he's been muted. So therefore, all the questions that I'll be saying and the answers that I were given prior to tonight. So without further ado, guys, I would like you guys all to meet Ethel Jenkins. This is Ethel Jenkins. Ethel Jenkins is the infamous wig on Tracy's floor. Now, Ethel goes by EJ for short. He likes to be referred to as male if it comes down to that. He's primarily gender neutral, but he likes to be called male. So, EJ answered some of the questions I had, and he wanted you all to hear who he is, right, EJ? Okay, so he wanted you guys to hear who he is and his part of the story. He wants to live his truth. Like Tracy lived in her truth, he wants to live in his truth. Now, in this sector, EJ, we've come to know you affectionately as Floorwig, because that's how we first saw you, as Floorwig, and no disrespect was, there was no disrespect I hope that you got from that. But you made your interest several months ago prior to being seen on the video. And you've been knowing Tracy for years, you say. I asked you, how did you guys meet? And did you have a friendship? You said no, it was purely symbiotic. Tracy needed you for a purpose and you served her need. I asked you, where did y'all meet? You said y'all met at a garage sale. She purchased you from an old man that had recently lost his wife. You were one of her wigs that she would wear on Halloween and to funerals. Your first glimpse of who Tracy was when she was involved in a brawl at a funeral. During this said brawl, you were pulled off of her head and stepped on by various family members. You suffered bruises and you had a few patches of hair missing. Tracy stopped wearing you and you were replaced by a Party City wig by the name of Little Richard in the color 01 black. Okay, now, you were kept as a hostage for several weeks. You were never left alone, so you had a very narrow means of escape. But that escape came by accident. One day, Tracy was on her balcony watching her cascading pool when a sudden gust of wind picked you up off her head and carried you 100 yards away. You were terrified until you became entangled in some power lines. Several days later, you fell down, and since then, you have never looked back. Now, I can only imagine how that experience was terrifying. You didn't know if you were going to survive, if the power lines were going to electrocute you and you'd be burned alive, or maybe some bird would have carried you off to their nest. And that time of year, they are making nests, and that's something that would terrify me if I was a wig. Now, you've been linked with various other wigs and hair pieces. So, I'm going to be a little bit nosy, and I was a little bit nosy, I'll say that. And I asked you a few questions. Were you and Marquita's wig ever a thing? Did y'all ever have anything going on? Marquita, the cross-eyed diva, did you and her wig have anything going on? And you said no. She had bad hygiene, so therefore you couldn't pursue it any further than just being platonic friends. You and Ernest were also spotted together. Was there more to it than just a friendship? On that, you said no as well. Ernest is straight, but you're gender neutral, so you're open to anything. Okay, and now the last question that everyone has been wondering about, but no one has been saying is with Tracy, is do the drapes match the carpet? Do the drapes match the carpet? Your response was no. The carpet that she has is a 70s shag variety. And with that being said, I'm going to end this. You guys got a brief glimpse of who Ernest, not Ernest, I'm sorry. Next interview may be with him. But you guys got a brief glimpse of who EJ Ethel Jenkins is. And he wants to live his truth. He don't want any lies out there. This wig has struggled to make it on his own. He's currently looking to get a job perhaps at Petco or, you know, as a extra stand-in for one of Little Richard's wigs. I don't know. He doesn't know. But guys, with that, I'm going to end this interview and I'll get back to you at another date. Thank you.